Better Call Saul, Season 3, Episode 6, called Off Brand is what's coming up. So let's get into it. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Affan, and today we're going to watch some Better Call Saul. In the previous one, we got to see Chuck going down, although that's not the first time we've seen him going down, although this time it was metaphorical, before it was quite literal. Either way, a win for Kim and Jim. We did not see anything from the boys, and by the boys I mean Mike and Gus, of course, because things are heating up there as well. I'm very much looking forward to how this is gonna unroll, so without any further ado, let's just jump into it. Yeah. Tea or coffee? Coffee, I think. I love fish tacos. This is that place, right, where Mike and Tuco met? You know, with the car thing? Hey. Yep, it's him. Tampico es bueno.
Hola, Don Hector. Hey, Nacho.
He's so nervous.
Hey, my father's gonna bring in his Corolla. His dogs tore up the back seat.
Uh-oh.
Ate the stuffing.
Bro, don't get personal. Do you know who you're dealing with? I think Nacho is fine. It's the dude behind him that I'm worried about.
One of my guys, new kid, got spooked by a cruiser and ran. Dumped his stash in the gutter.
You're light.
It's not gonna go well.
The guy's
Why didn't you make it up on your end?
I did. You got my share, man. I swear.
Make it up next week.
Is that gonna be a problem with Hector?
Who works for who? Huh?
Yep. Yep. Yep.
No, I'm sorry! I'm sorry!
Wow.
Repiso de arriba.
Such a sweet guy, too. Looks like it, at least. Okay. You know, when he first appeared on the screen, I was like, why? What happened? If you've seen Breaking Bad, then you know what I'm talking about. I think I know what happened now. It was so loud. It was... I was trying to turn the volume down. Oh my goodness. Doesn't even flinch. But you know, it was to show how he feels. You know, he literally gets a needle in his finger, but guy doesn't even flinch. Yeah, he came across as a good guy from, like, not a good guy, but like someone with somewhat of a conscience from the beginning. So
Jimmy McGill has worked tirelessly to build a practice that helps an underserved and frankly overlooked segment of our community, the elderly. You've heard from many of Mr. McGill's clients today. Every one of them came here gladly in support of their lawyer.
wow, they actually came. Or did they pay him?
Because Jimmy McGill cares about people.
He does care, that's for sure.
He devoted the past 3 years of his life to his brother's welfare. Waking at 5 in the morning to buy Charles's favorite newspaper from the single newsstand in the city that carries it. Dropping everything to care for his brother through multiple hospitalizations. Even supporting Charles's career by hand-making a mylar-lined suit jacket to spare his brother discomfort from exposure to electricity.
Yeah.
And yet during this time, Charles McGill's irrational animus towards his brother grew to epic proportions. So when Jimmy discovered that Charles had used his love and his caring against him, Jimmy snapped. Wouldn't you? I might.
Chuck?
Jimmy McGill understands he broke the law through ethical violation 16-304.
Oh, this is sad. This episode isn't coming slow. First the Nacho thing, now this.
He lost his temper. So now the question you must ask yourself.
Oh, here's to 12 short months. Because according to your summation, I ought to be a saint, me and Mother Teresa.
I'm kind of worried about Chuck. What's going on there? I mean, Davison Maine.
counselor. Tonight, I celebrate with the world's best defense.
He's got small feet.
We're not
I wish I had small feet. Feet. Her feet! You can never find the right shoe, you know, size.
I was just at Chuck's and he won't answer the door.
I'm sure he's fine. He's just being dramatic.
Oh, well, I think it's... I want you to come with me. Jimmy, he needs our help.
No.
No thanks.
No.
I've already kicked my door in for the year.
Yeah, no. I don't think it's a... No, I don't think so.
I don't owe him squat.
No, I agree. I wouldn't go. Not because it's Chuck. Like, I'm just worried he's going to fuck him over again. Do you know what I mean?
I told you I had to defend myself, and Chuck would need help afterwards, which he does.
You got what you wanted. Now it's time to do what's right.
No. What's right is to stay here.
Jimmy, he's still your brother.
Yeah, and he's still his brother. He should remember that too. Exactly. It's not a one-way stream, woman.
Chuck was right about you all along.
Cool. Bye.
He's mentally ill. What is your excuse?
That's a good point. That's a very good point, actually. But he's not that kind of mentally ill. He's like, he's fine. He's smart. He can think still properly. No. After what happened with him breaking in, there's no way I'm going back to that place. Like, he's gonna fuck me over somehow again. I don't know how. I mean, it's Chuck. Like I said, he's very good. He's not that kind of mentally ill, do you know what I mean? His mind works fine.
To help with a new playground. The kids deserve way. They need someone who knows how to pour concrete.
Lovely.
Sure it is, Pop. You built a carport when Maddie was a kid.
I did.
Yeah.
You told me about it a bunch.
Oh, come on. Don't say that, woman. Well,
But all the
you
people
know.
who gave you quotes were crooks. So you decided to do it yourself. And you let Maddie write his initials in the wet cement. Pop, the way he talked about you.
It's gonna make him feel really sad. But also good, you know. His son thought about him.
I just thought
No,
it
it's
was...
fine. Just tell me when, where. Come on, gee.
All right. Howie.
Chuck, it's Howard.
To sleep?
I don't want to wake up the neighbors, but I got all night.
Has he not changed his clothes yet? Or is he getting ready for something? 'Cause yeah, because he looks like he's in official attire. Like dress clothes, you know what I mean? Was that like a piece of wood? Like a log or something? Oh, it's a box. 1966.
That is a 35-year-old Macallan.
Macallan. I'm like macaroni.
How much it cost?
I don't drink, so I don't know. Wait, hold on. That's good information.
The opinion came in.
35
Jimmy was
years,
suspended for
1966.
I know, it doesn't feel like it, but hear me out.
You crazy.
Year. And if he screws up, his PPD terminates.
Wow. It's a shame, really, that you have to tell him about his brother's demise to make him happy,
What he's
you know?
up to, or you can go forward. Jimmy's just not worth it. If
Yeah. He knows the technique.
anything else
Twirling the bottle at
is a
the
waste
end.
of your time and intellect.
True. Should have moved on from that very moment, you know,
Say.
he made a mistake or Jimmy did the thing, you know. Life would have been so much better if he just had.
To new beginnings.
But oh no, wishful thinking. Well, let's hope. What is he going to do about his condition, though? Regardless of how much I hate him, I do still care about his mental illness. The tape recorder. It's not going to get you anything, man. Come on. Heyo Vac? Never heard of that one before. Wow. This is good. This is good. It's development. It's him trying to overcome this thing, right?
Swim, honey. Get it before it's soggy.
Yeah. You got him the tank, just like that vet dude said to do, you know?
Are you available to talk with Jimmy? Okay, great. Mrs. Adamson.
Hello, dear. Do you have a moment?
Hello, dear.
For Jimmy.
I did? Oh, that's an honor. And how did he pass? Next, the details will all be
He didn't pass.
received shortly, mostly legal boilerplates. Now you give that nephew a hug for me. Niece.
Niece, yep, okay.
Okay, just you stop talking and I'll talk. Listen to you. Where'd you learn so much about lawyering? Bye-bye. Next.
Come on, Jimmy, you got this.
I am taking a hiatus of 1 year. Will you please watch your mail for a letter from my office? Were you the pilot of the B-29? 32 missions. Holy. You are one of the people who made the greatest generation so damn great. I salute you. All right, see you soon. On TV, right?
Wow. Yellow it, say?
Francesca, get me KWBV.
What's he up to?
Yeah, how much notice should we give her? 2 weeks? Let's start looking.
Oh, right. Letting her go.
I don't want to, but I don't
Yeah.
want for more than...
We just hired her. I like her.
Ah, we know you like her. Both of them.
Why waste money on something we don't need?
That's true.
I'll hold up my end.
Keep paying for half a law office even though you're not practicing law.
Call it aspirational thinking.
Sunk costs. Ah, lovely.
The day I don't show up with my half, that's the day we'll talk about closing this place.
That's fair, I guess.
Oh. It's time for Saul Goodman, eh?
You'll see.
Oh, I'll see. Well, great, Chuck. Very well done. When he becomes Saul Goodman, it's his fault, Jimmy's fault.
Your naturals.
But Chuck,
I know you're thinking it's
there's
too good
a
to be true. On TV
big burden there. He's very much responsible as well.
can. And here's the beauty part. For a reasonable price, we will shoot your commercial, and then we'll throw in the airtime for the low, low price of free. What I did for me, my friends, I will do that for you. Look,
I said it too. I was like, you know what? You've got a feature.
we'll shoot 9 commercials for
Oh, lovely.
tens of thousands of potential customers.
It does sound like a good deal.
It does. It's a lot of money.
Yeah? 1 commercial, $849.95, beauty part again, free airtime.
We'll think about it.
Okay, that means no.
When do you think you might decide?
Never.
Much shorter window.
How short?
2 inches?
We would have you on the air by 3:20 this afternoon.
You're going to shoot a commercial in the next 2.5 hours.
Editing and mixing, coloring, but we would need to be shooting in the next 15 minutes.
Lovely. Massage.
How do I find somebody who needs a commercial and can afford one?
Maybe you could make a commercial.
Have you not been listening? That's what I've been trying.
As Saul Goodman? Yeah?
Right.
Yeah? Better call Saul. Let's go. Is this it? Check in the box. Saul in the box.
Jimmy McGill here to talk about the
Lovely.
broadcast. Jimmy McGill.
I've completely forgot about this. 35 years, 1966. That's what, 30 years? 2001. So it's 2001. Lovely.
We're totally off brand here. I'm Jimmy McGill, a lawyer you can trust, and I can't suddenly turn into commercial guy.
Oh, commercial for commercials. Commercialception.
For a limited time, we'll shoot your commercial today and have it on air tomorrow.
I thought you were like president of the drama club.
Get one of them to do it.
We could,
Cut, maybe next time.
They're auditioning.
Woof.
We gonna do this or not? 'Cause either way.
Quick, crack open your magic bag. I'll have to carl off this thing.
It's all good, man. All right, here we go. Giggity. Los pollos hermanos. Oh, I know that place. Okay, cool. Victor. Is that the sonic screwdriver? Nice. These are the Chilean spices for the Los Pollos seasoning. Pick a card, any card. Look at the way Victor is looking at him.
If you got out of count, you get 5.
Don Hector gets 6. He's expecting 6. And that's what I'm gonna bring.
I'm glad these guys are getting more airtime. Airtime? Screen time. More dialogue as well.
If he's trying to take 6, we only owe him 5. He's pushing it.
Give it to him. Give it to him.
Give it to me. Imagine being in bed with him. You know. I'm just saying, like, I've never, you know, imagined that myself, you know, just saying. Wow, it looked kind of worried. You know, Nacho would be such a great addition to Gustavo's team. I feel like you'd love to have Nacho on his team. Because Nacho seems like a professional and someone with a level head, John. I mean, he definitely does not get along with Don Hector, though. Like, I don't know how the hell did he got in with that guy. Like, that guy flies off the hook. Like, there's such a personality clash. Like, Don Hector is basically Tuco, John. I mean, oh my God. Yes, it is. Lovely. Alrighty then. And that thing, you know, that pull that reminded me of Jesse. Oh man, Jesse, pink men. It turned that pink man into like a dark brown man because he got like beat up.
What? It could work.
Oh, I was holding my breath all this time. Lydia, oh Lydia. Have you ever heard of Lydia or something? Don't even remember what I was saying. Like, that's how shocked I got by Lydia. I mean, have you seen Lydia? Was it seen or heard? Oh, either way. Have you? Whoa. He's trying to expose himself to all this. This is sad, man. This is sad.
May I speak with Dr. Lara Cruz?
Indian jewelry and crafts.
I'm a patient, former patient. I need to see Dr. Cruz as soon as possible. Thank you.
Oh, wow. Oh, don't fall. Oh, don't fall. Oh, come on. Please, dude. Okay.
Took the 5, then one more.
Hey, silver lining, eh? At least now he's seeking help. I hope it's help. I hope there's not another way to fuck over Jimmy.
They put a gun to your head.
It's no big deal.
No. You spoke out of turn, bro. You don't tell Don that. Messi!
Yeah.
The world champ.
I want a new front.
He's gonna use his father's store?
Don Hector, my father, is a simple man. He is not in the business.
You will teach him.
Don Hector, please.
Don't worry, I take good care of Papi. He make money a lot more than with his little sewing machine.
Leonel talked to a guy in Los Lunas. Looks like Tuco knifed the guy.
but he definitely broke a guard's jaw. They got him in solitary.
What? All he had to do was 6 months. He'd be in there forever. You talk to your father.
Oh, come on, fam. What the fuck, man? This guy's not a business. Fuck, he's a terrible everything. That's not just businessman. Don't involve this his papi.
I promise.
Papi chulo. What was that about? The tablet.
I know. It is amazing.
God damn, woman, them arms are driving me nuts.
Sleeping in your own bed tonight. Things must be looking up.
I needed clean clothes. What was all that?
They pay me to make a commercial. I throw in the airtime for free.
Smart.
Door to door, pitching, no dice, then it...
Baseball? Gene McGill's going to become a pitcher for the New York Yankees. Well, does New Mexico or Albuquerque has a team?
Not Gimme Jimmy.
I made a new one.
When?
Wendell.
Right here.
So you made a commercial for commercials?
Yes.
Today.
Yeah.
Come on.
Starting to think I might break...
Give me Jimmy. Come on. Give me Saul.
Okay, let's see it.
Yes. I don't know. It's not my best work. It's, very last minute.
Well,
now you're getting shy. Come on.
Doesn't do well under pressure, Kimmy. Come on, you know that.
Yeah, it's not your best work. I got it.
Well, you better think again. You can't afford not to be on TV. Look at you. You're a triple threat. You're a star. Wrap it all up in your natural charisma and bam, you belong on TV. Better watch out for autograph hounds and
better call out.
Price you can afford. Call me, Saul Goodman. The world needs to know.
Let's go. Call me.
Now.
Call me now. Well, call me now. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there.
Saul Goodman.
You'd do well as a YouTuber. Yeah, definitely.
It's just a name.
Huh.
Come on, rip into him. I know you wanna. I would so make fun of him, but also support him at the same time. Anyways, wow, okay, so we got introduced to the good man known as Saul. Wow, okay, we're getting there. We're not quite there at Better Call Saul, but we're getting there. Oh, we're getting there. One of these days, he's gonna get the right words, put them in the right order. That's got a high energy commercial, YouTube like. So this is 2001, right? I did that right? 1966, 35 years. Yeah, that's 71 plus 3201. Yep, 201. Wow, 2001. That makes me wonder. So when was Breaking Bad? Like how many years after this? 2007, 8, 9, 10, something like that? Not entirely sure. I don't mean when did it air. I mean like in the show, what time was it? Like just like this. This aired after Breaking Bad, but in the show, it's before Breaking Bad. Do you know what I mean? Like that. Anyways, so yeah. If you want to see the full-length reaction to this episode and other episodes as well, and also if you want early access to the next episode and the one after that, and so on and so forth, and the movies and stuff, you can. That's available on my Patreon, link in description. Check it out. Thank you so much, every single one of you, for supporting me all this time. Now then, yeah, a few things happened. So we got a glimpse of Saul Goodman, which is good. We're halfway through the series, so it's only fair that we get Saul Goodman, because, I mean, the show literally is about Saul Goodman. So, yeah, there's that. So, yeah, Jimmy, in this 12 months that he cannot be Jimmy, he'll be Saul. And it seems like he's going to be selling commercials. So he made a commercial to sell commercials, which is just brilliant. I mean, that's just such a Jimmy thing to do, isn't it? And he seems to be doing well. He's getting calls, and you know, he's breaking even at least, which is better than, I guess, losing money. At the moment, he's not willing to let go of the building and Francesca. And something tells me that along the way, he's going to come to a realization that this Saul Goodman fella is something or someone that he's enjoying quite a bit, and he might become him permanently. I'm not entirely sure. Another thing that I was thinking was, well, Kimmy could just hire him, you know, for herself as like an assistant or something. Or is that still like related to law? So he cannot do it. I'm not entirely sure. But you can really tell that Jimmy really is a good guy at heart, you know, at the bottom, at the core, he really is a good guy, because in the moment when he is talking to Kim and Kim is saying that we have to fire Francesca, in that moment, the both of them actually, not just Jimmy, but the both of them are concerned and they don't want to fire this person that they just hired, because obviously, I mean, you're pretty much taking away their whole livelihood, right? This is what this is her only job from what we can tell, and this is how she makes a living, and you're taking that away from her. Now, it's not entirely fair to her, but it's also not entirely fair to you that you're unable to practice and to make money, and so if you're unable to make money, then how are you going to pay her? And keeping her in the dark, if you're eventually going to pull a plug on it, is, again, even doubly unfair, right? But I mean, it just shows that these people, the both of them, care so much about people, and that's why people like them so much, because how can you not? Someone who actually cares, like actually genuinely cares. On the other hand, you had Chuck just firing Ernesto like that, without even a second thought about his career or anything really, how he's gonna make ends meet. He, from all we can tell, he's in the mailroom, so he's new. He's still doesn't have that much experience, and he just maybe got out of school, or maybe he's still in school, so he has those bills to pay as well. So didn't even think about that for a second, but simply something that he himself put Ernesto up to, because that was the whole point of that scene, right? But then fires him. So like, okay, you set him up. Now, well, at least don't fire him, do you know what I mean? So you see how you can clearly see the difference between these two people. You know, regardless of how correct you are, when you are like that, Chuck, you're bound to be hated by a majority of people. Now, having said that, I would like to say this. I have never felt more sad for Chuck than when I saw him struggling. First, when Rebecca was at his house and he was just, you know, in the corner. Then afterwards with Howard, and then at the end with he's trying to make the call. It is very saddening. It saddens me to one that my response was that no, Jimmy does not owe him anything, and Jimmy should not go. And I said that I wouldn't go either. So that saddens me as well, is because I hope that I would be there for my brother. But then at the same time, what saddens me even more is that I would be there for my brother, but then I wouldn't be. So what happened in the middle that this guy that I would do anything for, I'm not even willing to go see how he's doing now. You know what I mean? I try to put myself in these characters' places. That's why I might come across a bit more emotional. Some of you tell me that I come across as a bit biased as well. And I admit that. I do. I'm not perfect. But for me to fully understand how these people are feeling, I have to put myself in their situation, in their positions. And when I put myself in Chuck's position, I don't see what Chuck sees. I see something different. That's why I don't really get along with Chuck. But when I put myself in Jimmy's place, I do see what Jimmy sees. So, you know, that was just a fine example of it. But like I said, I feel extremely bad for Chuck because he is mentally ill. And like Rebecca said, that he is mentally ill. So whatever he's doing, he's got that excuse. Although I don't think he's got that excuse, because his mental illness has nothing to do with this, right? He just simply does not like his brother. And this is something that we have seen happening for a very long time ago, since a very long time. You know, it's not like it's happening now, right? After his condition, it's been happening for a while. We saw him hide what his mother said, literally on her deathbed. I cannot get past that. That is something that I simply cannot forgive. And from all we could tell, Chuck didn't have his condition at that point. So to blame it all on mental illness, I think is entirely unfair, because his mental illness have nothing to do with this. This is something this is a pre-existing condition, you know, the Jimmy hate, I mean. So this was there before his mental illness. And so, I don't think that's the right assessment, but I don't blame Rebecca for that, because Rebecca wasn't even aware he had a mental illness all this time, you know what I mean? Rebecca just thought he was an asshole. Jimmy even told her, like, would you really want her to see you like that instead of just, oh, you have a mental illness? and he took that chance. And it turns out it wasn't the right one because Rebecca turned out to be very understanding and very caring and very helpful. So, it's sad. It really is sad, and I feel bad for him. And I'm just glad there's a silver lining. I try to look for the good in almost everything, and the good here is that Chuck is now going to get help, hopefully, and he's going to, hopefully get better, and hopefully the brothers can get along some way down the road and resolve whatever issues they might have. I mean, it might be a bit tough now that Jimmy's unwilling as well. Before, Jimmy was willing to make the compromise or the sacrifice to bow down to Chuck. He's not willing to do that anymore, so it might be a bit difficult, but I don't know. I mean, if they both come down a notch, it might be possible, and I hope that they do, because you never look. Regardless of how much hate I might have for one character or another, one, this is a TV show. Two, I would never ever let a chance go of two people, brothers or whatever, two people, friends, any relationship, of them putting their past behind them and moving on and being whole again, right? Being one again, being together again. No, I would never let that chance go. I would always, always, always advise others, and I hope I would do that myself as well, that when something like that happens, I would just forget everything that has happened in the past and move on and, mend whatever was there that needed mending. So I still hope that the two can just get along, and they're from whatever we can see, they're on their different paths, so they don't really need to interfere in each other's work. But yeah, that's interesting. See, the thing is, Jimmy never interfered in Chuck's work, so then now that's why I'm like, well, one of the brothers never actually interfered. It was just the other one. But it seemed like the other one might be getting some help now and might be getting back to it and might be sort of owning up some of the mistakes that he's made along the way. Maybe finally realizing that he's the one who's pushing Jimmy in a direction that is turning him into this monster. You know what I mean? Like, Saul Goodman is an absolute monster. Like, Jimmy McGill is nothing compared to Saul Goodman. And Chuck is the one pushing him in that direction. Now, as I said during the reaction, it is absolutely Jimmy's fault when he becomes Saul, it is absolutely Jimmy's fault. Because at the end of the day, it is his choice. It is his life. It's his actions that'll lead to that. But he was influenced. And who influenced him? Well, we saw who influenced him. I mean, he can't be Jimmy for 12 months because of a lot of things, but Chuck is one of them, himself included, but Chuck is one of them, and a very important one. Chuck bears a lot of burden for the birth of Saul Goodman. So there's that whole situation. Another thing that I thought about that situation that I thought was quite interesting was that we saw Jimmy and we saw Chuck, but we did not see him in the same scene together. So, into new beginnings. Separate. We also saw the Davison Maine mug. Maybe he's feeling like he made a mistake leaving Davison Maine. DNM? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. It is Jimmy. He's a weird one. Oh, and about what Rebecca said about you owe him, and he said no, he doesn't owe him shit. Jimmy has done so much for him. At this point, he doesn't owe him anything. And there's another aspect of that as well. Another angle to it is that he was just literally on trial against the same guy for breaking and entering, and he literally played him. Would you then go? He's not opening the door, by the way. So would you then go and knock on the door and not leave until he opens the door? Would you really do that? I thought that was kind of weird from Rebecca to put that on Jimmy after being in the trial, seeing that he was literally on trial for breaking and entering into this same dude's house. She cannot say that to him. That is very unfair of her to say that. And so that's that whole situation. Then there's the other side to this show, which is the cartel. So there's Don Hector, and there's Nacho. That really pissed me off. The fact that now he's sort of going after his father. He's not going after his father, but we know Don Hector and we know how these things go. He's going after his father. Like, he's not going after his father, but he's going after his well, because obviously. And we saw how Nacho reacted to that, and we saw that he might be aiming to do something. He hid that pill from him. He has attempted to kill him before. He's going to poison that pill. He's going to open it. It looked like a capsule, so you could perhaps open it and empty it and fill it with something else and put that in there. Perhaps. Not entirely sure. So that could be something that he might be doing. I'm not entirely sure. He might be doing something else. Who knows? Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul has these genius plans that, you know, they drop little hints along the way, like cheese to a rat, luring you all the way to the trap, snapping shut on your neck. Well, that turned real morbid real quick. But yeah, Don Hector guy. Hey, guy, don't like ya. Hey, guy. Hate ya. He is such a weirdo. He literally turns people that are his friends into enemies. And I touched on this a little bit. Nacho just does not seem like a Hector kind of guy. Maybe actually he's a perfect guy for Hector, because Hector himself is such a off the hook kind of guy that you need someone like a Nacho to take care of business, because business requires very calm and relaxed and level-headed person like Gustavo Fring. But speaking of Gustavo Fring, I thought if Nacho goes to Gus, I think Gus would very much welcome him to his team. And Mike also. I think Mike, Gus, Nacho, Victor and them boys, I think they'll get along really well. Saul Goodman as well. And I'm not sure how that's going to go, but you do not threaten someone's papa. You do not threaten Papi and get away with it. It's just simply something that you do not do. But the thing is, I know what happens in the future. To Hector, I mean. Without giving too much away, what do you think will happen next? What are your thoughts thus far? Let's get into it in the comment section. Let me know what your thoughts are so far. And as always, I'm very much looking forward to your comments. And do like the video. If you liked the video, you know, it helps me out. And subscribe if you're new to the channel for more videos such as this. If you want to see the future episodes and full-length reaction, that's available on my Patreon. Thank you so much, every single one of you, for supporting me all this time. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, have a nice